Alright, afternoon guys. I'm going to do a quick video on the Diablo gel wheel cleaner from Chemical Guys. It says wicked strong. I don't know exactly how strong it is. They say dilute it 3 to 1. I don't know exactly how you would dilute this 3 to 1. You get 16 fluid ounces here. So if you were to dilute it 3 to 1, that means for every single one of these 16 ounces, I should dilute with 48 ounces of water. So I have 48 plus this 16 ounce would make half a gallon is how I would dilute this. So more than likely, I think what this wants you to do is dilute it into a spray bottle and use a quarter of this into a 32 ounce spray bottle, fill the rest with regular water. You'd probably want to use distilled water so that it can sit in a bottle for a while and not necessarily scale over or do something crazy. It just all depends on how you want to use it. The reason why I bought this was because I had my wash bucket for my wheels. I'll pull that over. Hopefully this all works out in frame okay. So I filled this up way too far with water. So what I'll do is dump a little bit of this out. Alright, so I usually have my wheel washing bucket. Probably try to keep that further away from the wheel. So I have my wheel washing bucket. What my standard practice is to rinse down the wheel. Then what I do is I'll take Jack's Wax Ultimate Wheel Cleaner and I'll spray it on. It's usually how I use a product. Spray it on like that. So Jack's Wax Wheel Cleaner, awesome product. I love that it turns purple when it's working on iron deposits, stuff like that. Great for that. What I wanted to use my Diablo wheel gel cleaner for was my bucket. So I have to have something to dunk the wheel woolies in. And the wheel woolies are awesome. Great product. As they're evolving, they're coming with some bent-angled wheel woolies, some stuff that some goofy looking wheel woolies. This is a 3-piece kit. I'll put a link to these in the description. The wheel woolies are awesome. If you're just starting out in detailing or you're a pro, they're awesome. I originally saw them on Larry Casillas' channel, Ammo NYC. He's the man. He uses them all the time. I find that this one is way too big for wheels. I use this for wheel wells, and I use these two for my wheels. So I'll put a link to the link in the description. If you like them, they're found cheapest on Amazon. Good stuff. So what I bought this for was to put in my wash bucket. So I'll go ahead and squirt 2 squirts in my wash bucket. I'll put that off to the side, and then I fill my wash bucket. So I usually just spray it down, let the Jack's Wax Ultimate Wheel Cleaner work for a little bit. You'll see it start to break down all the iron deposits and stuff like that on your wheels. After that, I'll go ahead and scrub them down with the wheel woolies and the lug nut brush, stuff like that. Okay. So there are 2 other brushes that I use on a daily. This is a Carand wheel brush. I usually use this on all of my wheels, regardless of whether it's a truck or low profiles. I just dunk and I wash the tires like that. Now I know some people will bust this down to actual raw rubber again and then reapply the tire shine. That's not necessarily how I do it. If I've got tire shine on there, I'm not wasting the product by taking it back off and scrubbing it down to raw rubber and then starting again. I use the wheel and the tire and trim gel from Jack's Wax. It's awesome stuff, water-based. It stays on there fairly well. If you're driving through the rain for a couple miles, it will strip it off. But that's a water-based product supposed to do. It's supposed to be good for your tires. It not necessarily has those solvent-based properties that really get down into the rubber. And ultimately screw up your tires. So I also use just a regular old lug nut brush for getting into my small areas on my intricate wheels. So after I've let the Jack's Wax Ultimate sit for a while, I'll go ahead and agitate around my lug nuts. And as you're agitating, you can see that if you see the purple wheel cleaner start to come out, then that it's working against some iron and stuff like that. So I'll scrub right in through here with this lug nut brush. Also get around my valve stem so that it's nice and clean. You want to get a little anal with it. Sometimes I'll use it for the intricate parts of my brake calipers, because I have some big brake calipers on the front end, so I'll use that to get in tight on some of these areas that you wouldn't necessarily get with anything else. Then I'll go ahead and take my wheel woolly and I'm going to clean the wheel wells. So since I have my Diablo in here, I'll go ahead and clean these wheel wells. The thing I like about these wheel woolies is the handle is all plastic, so you're not really going to mar things up if you hit the paintwork. Which I try to stay away from the paintwork at all times, but sometimes accidents happen and you'll do it. So like I said, this is a little too big for my wheels, so when I stick this in here, if you have a big rotor, it literally can't fit in between the barrel of the tire and the rotor. So I don't like to use it for that. What I'll use is the medium-sized one, like this, and I'll go through and get the back of the wheel first. So I'm not necessarily getting the front of the wheel clean at this point. I'm just working on the barrel back there. Especially on these AMG wheels, there's a little groove in the back. So I keep my car fairly clean. I wash it about once a week, maybe twice a week. I'm a little anal about it. So these are fairly clean. I don't necessarily have to scrub and scrub and scrub weeks of brake dust off of them. So then I just come in here and agitate these areas where I put the ultimate soap. Come in here, get all of my areas. Boom. Now I'll come in with the big one and actually do the face of the wheel. Come in here, do the face of it. And then I've completed one wheel there. Now I also keep a crappy microfiber in the bucket as well. This crappy microfiber is to just get in there and get the hand spots, where you would just get with your hand. If you want to get the back side of each spoke, if you want to get in closer, tighter to the calipers, whatever you want to do. If you want to get around your tire stem a little bit, or maybe it's even just get in this groove in between the tire and the rim. However you want to do it, that's why I keep that bad boy in there. And I just keep it in my bucket. And I already wiped down the wheels, and it's done. So I'll go ahead and hose her off. Something I should mention is when I get done with all of the wheel wells, get done with washing the entire car, your wheel wells always tend to bleach out because they are plastic and you can see them. So I use the Bare Bones Undercarriage spray from Chemical Guys. This Bare Bones spray is literally a solvent based. I mean, you can smell the solvent in it. It's solvent based, goes over all the plastics in your wheel well. It sheds dirt very well, it sheds water very well, and it otherwise keeps this looking black, so that you don't necessarily have a bleached out wheel well and then now that's all you see past your shiny tires and your black paint. So I use that product, and I have spray bottles for this in the 16 ounce and 32 ounce size, so I'll use that. So I use a combination of Jack's Wax, Chemical Guys, excuse me, and a couple other products, and they all work together well, and I like them a lot. Super Blue, if you're a Jack's Wax person, Super Blue works well at the same time for doing the same thing as Bare Bones. I don't think that Jack's Wax holds up to the kind of ooey gooiness that this has in it. So Jack's Wax, yes, the Super Blue is awesome, and I've used Super Blue for heck, 15 years now, ever since it came out. And it's been a great product. I kind of go to this for my wheel wells and stuff like that. All right, little update on the Diablo gel wheel cleaner. Earlier in the video, I had mixed it in my bucket with about 2 ounces maybe, and it honestly fizzled out. It obviously was diluted way too far down. So what I did was I had an old spray bottle and I diluted it to its true 3:1. So I used 8 ounces into 32 ounces. So I diluted it 3:1. So I'm going to use it like this, and on the same wheel. Obviously it's not as dirty as it was because we just got done washing it, but I wanted to see how it sprayed and what's tested on our actual tire gel area of the tire. It seems to not suds up at all like the Jax Wax Ultimate stuff. I guess we'll see exactly how it works. It smells great. It doesn't seem to be a strong product at all. It doesn't smell chemically at all. I'll try it on one of my other 2 dirty wheels, but as of right now, for its intended purpose and putting it in the bucket, what I wanted to do with it, it needs to be diluted down way too far for that, so I'm probably not going to use it for that. What I'll probably do is directly compare this to the Jax Wax Ultimate when it comes the time. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to stick with the Jax Wax Ultimate stuff, which is not this. The Jax Wax Ultimate is the green stuff. I love this stuff. Not a fan of the Diablo gel wheel cleaner. Obviously, it's not a very good comparison because I already cleaned the wheel. But let's put a tire brush on it here. Kind of comparing apples to oranges when I've already cleaned the wheel, but I just wanted to get a kind of a usability standpoint of both of the cleaners. I do like that this builds up a nice foam in the sprayer. Excuse me again. This does not build any foam, the Diablo stuff, and it doesn't react with any iron deposits. So usually if I spray it directly on a caliper, which I do not have carbon ceramics, so I can usually kind of use whatever I want on them, it does not change color. So the fact that this is a wheel cleaner that doesn't necessarily change color when I'm using it, I don't like that aspect of it. As far as price point goes, I would rather have this 32-ounce spray bottle all day long than have this where, yes, I can make 2 of these spray bottles, but it doesn't do any of the things that I like. So all in all, I won't buy this Diablo gel wheel cleaner again. Maybe I didn't do it justice. That's why I mixed it like this, 3:1, and I'll use it over time and see exactly where I'm at with it. But first impressions are thumbs down. I'll use this Jax Wax wheel cleaner all day long. This Ultimate stuff is just all around the best thing that I've ever used. And maybe I'll give it a second shot. Maybe you'll see it in another video. But as of right now, no go. So thanks for watching. That was just an update to my previous video. So as always, if you like my videos, if you want to see more, subscribe, comment if you like, if you have any questions or concerns, or you just want to hate on my way of doing things, by all means comment below, and we'll have a conversation about it and see if our theories line up, whatever it might be. So don't be afraid to comment, and if you like it, carry on, do your kind of thing, find out what works great for you, and keep doing it. So as always, see you guys next video.